This is Roger with Wheel Kinetics in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this truck. It is a 2002 Dodge Ram 2500. It's a quad cab, which is a four-door extra cab in Dodge talk, back in '02 at least. It is a long bed. It is two-wheel drive. It is a 5.9 liter turbo diesel. It's an ST, which is cloth and crank windows. It has 87,800 actual miles. We bought it directly from an insurance company in Fort Worth, Texas. Very rare. They sold it. The insurance company sold this on a clear title. So it's clear title, actual miles, very low miles. 87,718 is what it was sold with. We ship it here. We do about a 2-hour inspection. That inspection includes driving, measurements, fluid checks, putting it in the air, taking the wheels off. And this is what one of those little bad boys looks like right here. And then I got my little cheat sheets on the side here, and it tells me what to tell you. And it says we did a Rotella oil change and filter. We did an air filter. Both batteries are new. We bought brand new tires for it. It's sitting on 4 brand new tires. Obviously LT load rated tires, so you can tow with them. Let's see, got a brand new windshield. The driver door lock cylinder was broken from the theft, as was the ignition, which are both replaced. We charged the AC and we replaced the aftermarket water separator. Cosmetically, this thing used to be a work truck, okay? It's a white work truck. That's how they bought these things when they're two-wheel drive with crank windows. That's what they are, okay? So they had their logos or whatever on those extra cab doors on both sides. That's why they look so funky. Tried to make out what company owned it, but I couldn't. It's somewhere in Texas, obviously, being that this thing's from San Antonio. But so you can see Texas right here. I guess if you wanted to make it look better, you could just paint those doors, but it's going to be a work truck, so we decided to keep the price down, and that's that. Great vehicle for any kind of work-related stuff, towing, you know, boats or whatever. Obviously, the tailgate's dinged up really good. You know, the cure to that, if you want, you can buy a louvered tailgate for, I think we're paying like $228 for one, if you want to. Got a little diamond plate on the inside of this tailgate. Not that that really matters much, but it does. Let's see. Light plug here. Heavy duty bumper on the rear. We were debating whether to change the tires, but with that low miles on a clear title, it was like, yeah, let's see it. So anyway, obviously that's where the other emblem or whatever, sign or whatever they had on the side of the truck was. I'm gonna fire this thing up, let you listen to it under the hood. $87,726 miles. New batteries on each side. shame they weren't more gentle on those doors, taking their sign off or whatever it was. Maybe the insurance company did that when they recovered it. Hard to believe that the owner did that. The seats are in unbelievable shape. Obviously, it's got low miles, so they should be, but it's still nice to see. There's a manual. There's a manual for it. Let's see. Can't really read those. Those are worn out. Those are just some of the technical things about it. It's weird. I've had kind of a freak show truck day. I did a video earlier of a 2003 7.3 4x4, which is super rare, and a 5.9, an 02 or older 5.9 with under 200,000 miles is really hard to find. So finding one with under 100,000 miles is really rare. This little piece of trim, these things always crack on Dodges. That and the top of the dash. And I can see on the dash it's got a little crack here. Usually the whole top of the dash is just destroyed. You know why it's not? Because it's got a cap on it. We didn't do that. Somebody else did that. So somebody else has already dealt with the famous cracking Dodge. Well, the seat's in great shape. The cracking Dodge dash. All right, let's get a seatbelt on. All right.
Lotions and accessories.
There's your radio.
It's going down.
Turn that off right now. Turn it off. Huh. Old school. All right. Let's see what else we got here. We got air conditioning. Exit there. That's blowing real hard. Try different settings. Let's put it on to heater. We'll let the heater run. It's that time of year, so let's make sure that that's running right. It's got an old school cassette player, so you can break out your old cassettes. There's cruise control, off and on, right there. I'm going to tilt the wheel down. It does have cruise and tilt and AM/FM cassette, but it does not have power windows. It does have overdrive. There's overdrive on. Let's see my finger. Off and on. All right, let's go for a ride. This thing's being sold on a clear title. If you come to Tucson to drive it home, you're going to pay tax and dock fees. Dock fees are $250. Taxes are 2%, city sales tax here in Tucson, plus whatever your state tax rate is. So if your state tax rate is 3% and you come to Tucson to drive it home, you're going to pay a total of 5% tax. That's our 2 plus your 3, and a $250 dock fee. You pay by wire and ship. All you pay is your agreed upon price, and that's it. No tax, no dock fees. You deal with motor vehicle and taxes in your state when it gets there. Once we receive your payment by wire, we will fill in the title with your name and address, however you want it filled out. We'll notarize it, scan it into your online file, and mail it to you. We even scan in the actual envelope that we mail it to you in. Your online file will have a copy of the insurance company title as well, that we got. It'll have the ad will also have, the ad itself will have a copy of the title that's now in our name. So you can see that before you buy the truck. There'll be 50 to 70 HD pictures my brother will take. That will also involve we'll have a magnifying glass on it that will allow you to zoom in. Oh, this is a nice truck. Be quiet for a second here. This thing runs great. Runs really good. Very tight steering. Even for an extra cab, usually their doors bump together. And this is a terrible road. Our roads are horrible. I'm not getting a whole lot of any rattling or noise or anything. Again, it is 80-some thousand miles, so that's not that unusual. But these roads are terrible. I mean, this is four-wheeling material right here. And you're not getting that Anyway, so that's that. The deposit. Please get your deposit in. Once we have a deposit, we have a deal. Once we have a deposit, we will put your name in a banner over the truck at wheelkinetics.com, and you'll know it's yours. Until then, it's for sale. The last thing I'm going to say, and I say this about every single vehicle in our inventory, every single one of these gets a speech at the end, so please watch. I'm not singling this truck out. I've had some people say that, oh, you're just doing that to protect yourself on that truck. Well, if you go and you look at that 13,000 or 18,000 mile, I'm sorry, 18,000 mile Armada, or that Land Rover, or any of these things, I'll give this speech on them. This thing is out of warranty. Okay, the Dodge, just like that Ford, got a certain number of miles and a certain number of years for warranty, and it's past both of those by a long way. Well, not the miles, but the years for sure. The miles by just a little bit. My point being, the people who built this would have given it a, you know, a 2 million mile, 37-year warranty if they could have, but they didn't know what was going to happen after X amount of years or miles, so they ended the warranty there. Okay. We don't know more than the people who built this truck. So there's risk involved in buying this truck. It's used, there's risk. We go through these things really, really carefully so that we can tell you everything we know. And we've been doing this a long time, so we know a lot. This is a nice truck, but it doesn't mean that when you get it a week from now, or a month from now, or a year from now, it's not going to need an injector, or the air conditioning compressor is not going to go out, something like that, okay? So be realistic. If you need a brand new vehicle, go buy one, all right? If you're willing to accept the fact that some of the money you're saving by buying this truck will have to be put into the truck sooner or later, then this is a great truck. Going to save you a ton of money, famous motor, a lot less to break than on the electronics, you know, that you get in Lariats and King Ranches and stuff. If you just need to tow something, if you need to haul, if you need to do, you know, construction work, this is perfect. All right, I think that's enough for my speech. Thank you very much for your time. Have a great Christmas. Happy New Year.